Well, welcome to the first ride in a while. It's been 4 months maybe since the last one. Been a crazy few months. My son was born at the end of January, and then yeah, fairly limited time out on the bike since then, as you can imagine. But I'm out today. I've got 30 miles planned, or just over 30 miles. Hopefully I'll go all the way. If not, I've got it short. We'll see how we get on. Not sure there's going to be much particularly interesting on this route, to be honest, for the GoPro, but hey, it's that long since I posted. I figured it's worthwhile recording something if not. At the moment, just riding up the Linesway. Towards Garforth. Once we get to Garforth, I'll be effectively going west, almost towards the springs, but not quite, and then going all the back of Parlington, through Aberford, back across the top to Barwick, and back down towards the springs, Temple Newsam, quick loop through Temple Newsam, quick loop through Rothwell Country Park, and then back. Should be quite nice, should be fairly dry everywhere, at least. This might be the last ride I do on the stock Charger 3.1 on these pikes as well. Got a fluid focus piston coming for it. Should come next week, hopefully Monday. So I'll try and get that fitted. I guess with the intent of losing a little bit of the harshness you get from the preloaded shim stack that's in this stock setup. Do a bit more tuning on it, see where I get to. I mean, we should see it should massively improve the suppleness of the fork, because along with the piston we're dropping down to a 2.5 weight oil from the 7 weight standard, so significant change there. So we'll see how it works. Anyway, I've got, you know, it's an interesting little upgrade. Thanks. Should be up at Stainburn next weekend, that's the plan at least. Do a bit of the red, the mark stuff, and then over the road and do some of the off-piste, which I've never done really any of, and Stainburn was well aware of it. But yeah, we'll see what that's like. Obviously, ideally I have that new piston in, and then I can do my bracketing and course setup on the trails up there, which will be much more useful than riding stuff like this. Other things of note: signed up to the Yorkshire Mountain Bike Marathon again. Hopefully get some GoPro footage of that this year. Now I've got one. Although to be honest, I feel like I'm going to be substantially underprepared for that, given the lack of riding at the start of this year. So I don't know if I'll actually be any faster than last year, but at least if it's dry, it's a nice day out. It'll take as many hours as it needs to finish. Do the 40k again. Even if it's wet, cut it short and do the 25. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right, I'll switch you off here. Send you back home when there's something interesting here. This is quite interesting from an infrastructure point of view, not really from a mountain bike point of view, but I thought I'd show it. So this is a new bridge that crosses the railway near the Springs, although really it's the back of Garforth. This is enormous for a railway bridge. It's obviously set up for horses and stuff, because if you look, we can saw back down there, there's a dismount and mount block, whatever you call it. So this has been put in because they're going to increase the number of high-speed trains on the line between Garforth and York, I think. And so the normal crossings which are unmanned apparently are unsafe. So what we have is this absolutely huge bridge instead. Which is interesting, but this must have cost a fortune because it's huge. Like, they've shut quite a few of the normal level crossings, the unmanned ones around or up the line now. There's one up at Micklefield that's also closed. On that one you just have to ride down the road and cross over or cross underneath on the bridge, which is weird because there's exactly the same thing down here. Like, you can go under the railway like quarter of a mile that way. So I don't really understand why they built it, but hey, or you can go that way and go over the railway at Springs. So it's like they put this bloody enormous bridge in, which I'm sure you'll see over there, for what can't be a lot of traffic. You can't imagine foot traffic, but could be wrong. But yeah, that's about that for that in terms of interesting one. So we'll be down here and then we'll go through the back of Garforth Golf Course or whatever it is, down Parlow and into Aberford. Other interesting things, I guess, I'm on summer wheels. It's got a new set of tyres on it as well, or a different set of tyres, should I say. I've got a fast track light, I think it's called, or something on the back, which is about 600 grams of tyre. So pretty light, pretty scary for somebody of my weight to be riding on the really hard trails, to be honest, but I've not had any problems yet with it. And then last year, I think, or the year before last, I was running a WTB Trail Boss, I think it is, fast and light on the rear during the summer. I fit it down the front. That along with some Galfa brake rotors, and a new SRAM XX1 12 speaker set, think I've taken like over a kilo out of the bike overall, and obviously most of that's in rotational mass, or all of it's in rotational mass. Yeah, big improvement. Thanks. A few times I have been out since I fitted these, which is only a very few times. I seem to have been able to break quite a few of my PRs. Dusty path. Admittedly, there's a lot of people out walking today. Maybe they're all using that bridge. Although I'm surprised. Right, I'll switch it off. So now we're well into Parlow, along Parlow. Talk a little bit about the route. So it's derived from the Rothwell Lions Wild Boar route from 2023, which I think might have been one of the last times I ran that. Hi. Right. Slightly modified. They had a couple of loops through temp, which I've taken out to bring it down from 35 and a bit miles, I think it was, to just over 30. But that's not bad. All this stuff I don't normally ride in this direction, if I'm honest. Like this direction on Parlow I don't normally do if I've come up the fly line from Garforth, rather than coming down from Springs. So it's interesting to see what these routes ride like in reverse almost. I think I'll be breaking any records of mine today. I mean, maybe if I've only ridden backwards through Garforth Golf Course once or twice, maybe, but I'll be surprised. I'm not trying too hard, just steady away, get the miles in really. Right, I'm dropping into Aberford. It's quiet, that's nice. Take the hay fever tablet this morning, so my nose is a bit runny. There's a lot of oilseed rape in the fields, which won't be helping. There's a bit of road riding for a bit now, I think, so I'll switch you off. We're riding through Scholes now. I was going to stay back, cut through onto the main road in a minute. down Bog Lane and basically back to the start of Harlow, back to the other side of the golf course where we were earlier. And we're over to Springs. Main road through Scholes. I'll turn you off until we get onto Bog Lane. Top end of Bog Lane, off the roads now again for a bit. Somebody's been down in a tractor trying to deal with some drainage issues, but just like fucking balls all up, it's full of potholes and stuff now. Yeah, but I'm a lot of fucking gravel on this bit. Just because we must have been trying to get access to this. Whether that is just a field, a bit weird. Right, go downhill bit, which is quite enjoyable. Right, that's basically end of Bog Lane. We'll catch you through Tempe. We're into Temple Newsam. It's a little bit wet in places still. I stupidly took the mud guard off the bike before I came out. Or the back one at least. I think I should easily get this 30 miles done. It's about 13 to go. I don't think I'm doing bad, to be honest. Averaging of just over 11 miles an hour at the moment, I think. A bit cool now. Sun's gone behind clouds. Temperature feels like it's dropped a couple of degrees. Pedal up into Colton and then I'll put you back on again. Heading back into Tempe now. And we'll climb up a little bit and then come back down the golf course downhill, or the old golf course downhill. Nice is that. It's rolling crazy fast that way. Right, back in a minute. So coming down the path here, which is takes you down to where the old little downhill course was. It was built by Leeds mountain biking something or other, MTB Leeds or something, many years ago actually. But it's since been flattened because someone tried to extend it without permission, which was, I mean, a little bit OTT to flatten it, to be honest, but that's what they did. So it used to start here and it used to fly down there. It used to be quite nice actually. It used to be a nice little short loop with some jumps on and some drops and stuff, but it's gone now, so just have to live with what's left in the woods at Tempe. Well, this bit over here is not too bad when you come to a golf course. It's very fast and flowy. I ain't got any jumps or drops in it. They're up like that. So it's a little bit limited in terms of like training and enjoyment, but it's fast and it's flowy, so better than no. Some of them sound good. Everything looks okay. Just picked up a fucking stone or something and just flipped it right into the wheel. What a right noise. Some sort of park run at Temple Newsam, so a lot of people aren't running. Not me. I absolutely hate running. Hopefully not too many are. Hopefully not running up the downhill. But we'll find out in a minute. This is what's referred to as golf course downhill here. Well, they are running up this hill. It's going to be interesting. I'll not be setting a fast time on this today. Way too many people out. To make sure I don't clatter into anybody around any of these corners. There's a blind one that turns up in a minute. This one over a little stream. which to be honest needs a bit of work. Easy that runners run with their head down. Oh well and good for putting effort in, but you can't see frig all about what's in front of you. They'll look up last minute. And you're like, yeah, I'm here, mate. The front wheel, because it's got a far less sticky compound, I guess. A bit less grip on it. It's fast rolling though, and light. Used to wash out pretty easily. Right, this part of this route's a bit boring, so I'll turn you off again. Oh, look at all the flowers in the woods, all in purple. Not good for my hay fever though. Right, catch you in a bit. Now into Skeleton Lake. Got along here for a bit and a little bit downhill. Should drop down towards surfaces. And around the lake itself. I'm going to climb up into Rothwell Country Park. Round, back down, then back along the canal, all the way back to the start. So nearly there. Not been a bad ride. It would be nice if the sun had just stayed out a little bit longer, because it's a little bit cool now. A couple of clouds. It's not bad, it's dry. Just feel the wind a little bit more now. It's a little bit cooler feeling. Alright, this is the downhill bit. I proper kicked my front wheel out, so I reckon it's going to be wet here, and I think I might be right. It looks extremely wet. Right, well I'm not riding through that, I'm going to walk around outside. Right, I'll catch you at Rothwell Country Park.